I am live. Let's go to the chat. Mm-mm. It's late. I'm trying to set myself up. Hi, you guys. I'm okay. Hi, Peyton. Hi, future LP and RN. Hi, everybody. Hey, Brittany. Living classy. Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm okay. I'm doing all right. I wanted to do a quick update. Hi, everybody. I wanted to do a quick update because I've kind of been MIA on social media this week because I got admitted in the hospital on Monday. But it's fine. Y'all hear like all the things probably beeping and stuff right now. Um, but on Monday, I told you guys in my live on Sunday that my throat was hurting and I wasn't feeling the best, but I told you I would come in and just make sure I didn't have like the flu and stuff going on. Well, when I came in, actually, sorry, I gotta fix this. It was wrong. Um, when I came in on Monday, just to make sure I didn't have like the flu or nothing like that getting started over again, I, when you come in, when you're this far along and you start going to like labor and delivery triage, they always hook you to the monitors just to monitor baby or whatever. And so they realized that I had been having pretty regular contractions, and that kind of sent a red flag. So they had to do a preterm labor check. And when they did the preterm labor check, they found out that my cervix is down to like this much, and I have dilated 3 centimeters. So I'm in the hospital until they can figure out. Well, they're trying to keep all of my contractions from. They're trying to calm down all of my contractions and stuff pretty much right now. So they had me on. They gave me steroids just in case baby had to come early, but luckily he's been baking still. He's still in here, and I don't know when I'm going home just yet. So I wanted to do this live just to kind of give you guys an update because I might be missing for a minute until things get figured out and I can go home. Um, but so far, I have taken 2 doses of like steroids just to help his lungs, and I have done magnesium drip to help with his brain development and stuff because his brain isn't fully developed really or enough until like 32 weeks, and I'll be 32 weeks on Friday. And what else? They also did a um, group B strep test, but they said the results weren't going to come back, so they just went ahead and gave me a penicillin drip and stuff just in case, because of course I'm not far enough along to have had that process done already. And yeah, they pretty much just have been monitoring me, and they had me on, I can't think of the name of this medication that they give me, but I get my last dose tonight, and they're going to be taking me off of it all day tomorrow to see if my body has calmed down and stopped contracting enough um, for me to go home, or just to see what my body is doing as far as contractions are concerned tomorrow. So I'll get non-stress test tomorrow, but I won't have to be hooked up to all this stuff all day long like I have been. Um, but so far, he has been just fine. He's been in there moving. My water hasn't broken or anything like that. The goal is just to kind of keep me pregnant for as long as possible. And yeah, so far he's been fine. I've been on like a light bed rest, just stuck in this bed the whole time. And I don't know, I'm just kind of taking it easy. I'm surprisingly really cool and calm because they're not tripping out. I'm not tripping out too much, but they did send the NICU team over to kind of give me um, a heads up on like what to expect if he does have to come soon, or before 35 weeks, like how they come in, how they handle baby, not to be alarmed if they have to take him right away. They will try to like let me do a couple minutes of skin to skin, um, depending on his condition. But she went from pretty much head to toe explaining like every kind of monitor that he could possibly be on. So if I see it, I already know kind of what to expect. So that was helpful too. But yeah, at this point, it's just like a waiting game, and I have to just kind of hope that my water doesn't break and I don't continue to dilate. But they will check me to see if I've dilated more than 3 centimeters before I go back home. Um, but I'm okay. My family has been so helpful. My dad is going to be pretty much moving in with me, so that he's home with me. And he's been at my house like taking care of my dogs and all that stuff for me, so I don't have to worry about them. And I cried earlier when he called me on FaceTime. And I was like, I want to go home to my dogs. I miss my dog so much. But everything is fine. Dion is freaking out a little bit because y'all know he's deployed and he can't be here at this moment. I did like do a Red Cross message to like send for him and stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to have him come home because they only give them like 2 weeks of emergency leave. And I don't want to have him come home and then everything calms down and I'm able to stay stable and he wastes his 2 weeks of emergency leave just looking at me pretty much. I'd rather he just kind of come. I know it probably sounds selfish, but I'd rather he come like after birth when it might be a little bit harder, especially if he comes earlier and have to go to the NICU or whatever. I want him to be able to be home for that part, opposed to just being here just looking at me. I'm in this tiny room. There's a TV, but there's no remote to it, and there's a chair. And so I'm just sitting pretty much in the special care room in labor and delivery, just waiting. Tomorrow I might get moved to postpartum just so they can monitor me because I'll just be getting non-stress tests. But we don't know when I'll go home right now. So that's what's happening. I want to just give you guys an update. I am staying as positive as possible. I'm so calm. Everybody's surprised, but it's just kind of like one of these things where I know everything is just it's gonna be okay. And excuse me, I have really bad gas, but I know everything is gonna be okay with him, and I know he'll be coming home. They already let me know like his success rate, his survival rate is high, like 100% pretty much. They did do a weight, they did a weight like analysis thing for him. He is measuring at 30. Well, the other day he was measuring at 34 weeks and 4 days, and he was 5.5 pounds. So he's already big, and so they're not worried about him or how he'll respond to their methods if they have to do things if he has to go to the NICU. I'm not gonna claim it. I'm prepared if he has to, but that's pretty much what's happening. So I wanted to give an update because I said that I see a light flashing. I don't know what they're doing, but I just wanted to give an update because I don't know when I'll get out of here. I don't know really what's to come. They don't know. It's pretty much, we're just sitting in limbo right now. And Dion is frustrated, but I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. And I just don't want him to waste time or money coming home for nothing, So he's frustrated because he's like, I want to update. I want you to tell me what I need to do. And I'm just like, kind of just sit and wait. And he's like having a hard time with that. So that's what is happening in my life. But I see you guys have sent a lot of messages. So I'm going to go back just to say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. He said, why are you in the hospital? I hope I just explained all that. Hey, Naima. Yes, I was just needing to give an update. She was texting me, hey, Michaela. Yes, we are okay. We're doing all right. He is fine. He isn't in any distress or anything like that. So I'm just chilling. As long as he cool, I'm cool. He ain't. His heart rate has been normal and stable. When this medication does wear off, I'm getting a dose of what these contractions feel like, and that's not fun. But it's not. I'm not like screaming and hollering in pain or anything like that. So it's not that bad, but it's enough to get my attention and make me sit still for sure. Um, Danielle, yes, we're okay. Um, yeah, I will leave this up because I don't know. Just so because a lot of you do reach out. That's why I wanted to do this video because a lot of you reach out when I don't post and they're like, "Is everything okay? Is everything all right?" So I just wanted to put something out to let you know. But yeah, he'll be fine. I'll be fine. I just wanted to give an update because I'm not at home, and if I get to go home soon, I will not be making no videos. However, I had my hospital bag packed and it was ready in my room to be filmed, and that was like all my things to do for this week. And then I ended up here, so I'm getting to test out my hospital bag. So hopefully that he doesn't come and I get to come back for the full-on labor process and stuff, and I can I have to modify my bag a little bit. The first thing I'll say is make sure your shower shoes aren't like your regular old flip-flops because my feet are so swollen and I need like a men's size shower shoe because my feet are almost like hanging off the back, and I don't like it because I don't want my feet to touch this floor. And I forgot my own towels and washcloths, which I'm very particular about because I don't like the idea of using towels and washcloths that have slid through someone else's crack. So, but overall, my bag is pretty on point. I have my little night light. It goes from um, like a natural light to a warm light. I've been messing with this. There it goes. And it like dims down. So I've been using this. This has been really helpful for me at night, so I don't have all these lights on because I can't dim these at all. So that has been very, very helpful for me. And my little Clorox wipes to keep my little tray clean. My little eye cover because I'm about to go to bed. Somebody told me don't forget the chapstick. I have plenty of it. Tissues, headphones. They keeping me with my ice and water, so I'm all good. And then I have my blanket back here. If I get extra cold, they have blankets, but I have my own from home that I already washed and baby dressed and all that stuff. Yes, man. Yeah, we're doing all right, you guys. Like, I promise you, like, I'm fine. I haven't even been emotional at all. Only the first time I cried was today when I saw my dogs. Excuse me, on FaceTime. Like, I've been just fine because he's fine. I feel him moving still. I hear his heart beating all day, every day. So he's fine. I'm fine. Nothing's yeah, nothing's been happening. We just when the contractions come, usually it's because the medication has worn off, and they just give me another dose. But the next dose will be at 1 o'clock in the morning. And she'll check my vitals and all that stuff. All my vitals have been good. The only thing is, my sugars have been insane, and it's because I've been on the steroids. The steroids makes your blood sugars way worse. So at one point it was like in the 200s or something, but they've gotten it down. And she just took it because I was like, I just got the shower. She took my blood sugar before I go to bed, and it was at 110. So that's the best it's been all week. It was at 117 after dinner, and then she took it again 2 hours later, and it was down to 110. So my sugars are fine, but they have had me on insulin since I've been here too. So that has helped. Brandy asks, how many weeks am I? I am 31 weeks and 5 days. So I'll be 32 weeks on Friday. I had to get steroid shots in December when you were 34 weeks. Yeah. They hurt. I had to get them in the butt. And the magnesium, so they made it seem like the magnesium would make me feel like trash for hours. I only felt hot it, like once it really started kicking in, I just felt really hot and I started pulling everything off. And the only thing I didn't like about the magnesium is you can't walk or nothing. So at first they tried me doing like bedpans in the bed for me to pee in, because they asked me if I wanted to do the catheter, and I was like, no, 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 I don't want to go there. But I didn't like sitting in the bed and peeing either. So they ended up bringing like um, the little removable toilet thing, and they just put the little measuring pee thing in there. And so I used that because it was like right off the side of the bed, because you have to just be bedridden when you're on magnesium for 12 hours. So I might have to start it again. They might do another dose tomorrow, but they're not sure, um, depending on how these contractions go. But they was like, after Friday anyway, I won't need to do it because I'll hit 32 weeks and we should be good. Um, so yeah, the magnesium wasn't bad. Once I started cooling down, it was fine. Um, I don't know what is it? Terbutaline? I don't know what that is. Thank you, Glow, for the prayers. I appreciate it. Um, Chocolate. I had to put you in. Oh yeah. My doctors were like, yeah, you're enough of a concern for us to keep you here, but it's not so bad where I'm like having to be like pretty much upside down having headaches because I can't have no gravity and all that stuff. I'm not like that far gone. And they were like, people can be 3 centimeters for weeks at a time. The only thing is we'll know more once they're ready to try to discharge me and they check my cervix, because they don't want to keep checking me because they don't want to risk infection or anything like that, which is cool. But they will have to check me before they send me home, because they don't want to send me home and I'm like 5 or 6 centimeters and they didn't catch it, because I have been contracting since I've been here. But they've been able to kind of calm it down for the most part. So I've been pretty I've been pretty good when they've been giving me that medication. I forgot what it's called, but it's a little green pill, and I call it the magic pill because it really calms things down. But yes, yeah, you guys, I am 31 weeks and 5 days. Um, Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate all the prayers. Yes, he is staying put. He's just busy, and it's weird because 2 weeks ago when I went to my prenatal appointment, I told my doctor like, "Hey, these Braxton Hicks are starting to feel a little bit more intense, and they're really stopping me in my tracks, and they're really tightening up on me and stuff." And I was like, and I'm starting to feel like cramping down low, and she was like, "Oh, it's probably just some round ligament pain, and it's normal to have some contractions and stuff around this time anyway." So I was just like, okay. So I kind of just have been going with that, and I was very surprised to find out that I was already dilated and my cervix is pretty much, well, they told me I was considered complete. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I know like my cervix has thinned out to almost nothing, and his head is really low down. He is head down, and I can feel his head moving around. It doesn't feel like a flutter anymore. I can like feel his head down in my vagina. So yeah, they keep telling me though that people can go on like this for weeks and even make it full term. So I'm not freaking out about it. And that's also why I came on live, because I'm not freaking out about it and I'm not too worried about other people, you know, kind of starting to throw out their scary stories. So I still don't want to hear them, but I can pretty much, I got my mindset enough that everything is going to be fine. Um, yes, Shannon, I definitely want him to stay in a few more weeks. It's so crazy. I just had my baby shower this weekend, and then now I'm sitting here like, please just stay in. Do not come out now. Do not come out now. Um, how you doing? Thank you. Is it Trikella? Everything will be just fine. Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate it. Yes, we are definitely keeping positive energy, praying. Yeah, we are all good. Michaela, I'll be over there with Courtney tomorrow, probably. They probably move me in the morning, so let me go back. It jumped up on me. Where was I? Let's go. Okay. Um, Everything is gonna be all right. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the prayers. Yes, he is a very big boy. I was like 5 pounds, 5.5 pounds. He is huge already. I couldn't imagine making it full term. Now I'm like, if I do make it, like how big is he gonna be? Dion was 10 pounds, and I'm just like, they say you're supposed to gain a half a pound a week from now on until full term or delivery or whatever. So it's just like, oh Lord have mercy, Jesus. He can't be too big. Um, I already had a growth scan scheduled with maternal fetal medicine for this Friday, but I'll probably already be here, so they're just gonna probably roll me over there so I can see my high risk doctor um, anyway, and they can give me their plan because the labor and delivery doctors have been working with maternal fetal medicine about how they want to do things. Because at first I was supposed to be leaving tomorrow morning, and they were like, "Nope, you're gonna actually sit for a little while longer, but we don't have a date for you to be leaving yet." So it's just a lot of trial and error and stuff like that right now. But I'm not afraid at all. Thank you for all the prayers. So good night. Yeah, I'm about to go to bed too. I just wanted to come on and give you guys an update. I started to do it on Instagram, but I was like, it was more of you guys on YouTube. And a lot of you guys follow me on Instagram from YouTube too. So I'll just let everybody there know, hey, I went live. So everybody knows because I had already, some of you had already started messaging me when you didn't see me on Instagram stories this week. And so I was like, I need to say something. Just care. All right, thank you for the prayers. Oh, stayed in the hospital for 1 month and that's all. Yeah, yeah. They told me, you know, they can come the earliest that if he comes like this weekend, God forbid, but if he happens to come this weekend, that the earliest he'll be able to come home will be what would have been like week 35 for me. But they tell everyone to plan for their actual due dates or whatever for their babies to come home. But they were like, with his size and weight, we don't feel like that'll be an issue, but he has had the steroids and stuff done already, so hopefully he's prepared enough. Yes, hopefully everything works out. Yes, waiting in the hospital is definitely boring, but my phone has been ringing off the hook. Text messages have been coming off the hook. These nurses have been in here like crazy right now. At first, it was when I first got here, they were coming like every 2 hours or something. Now it's every 4 hours they're checking in on me. And I've had kind of like doctors left and right, and my regular OB has been stopping in every day to check on me too. So it's just kind of been packed and constant. Like, I would start messages like Brittany. I was messaging Brittany on Instagram, and then like Dion would call, and he's been calling all day, and people from the command have been calling, and it's just been a lot going on. So like, yeah, it's um it's been boring when it's not nothing going on, but I have my computer so I can watch like Netflix and stuff like that, and Hulu, so I'm watching The Voice when I'm done with this until I fall asleep. And yeah, I just been resting and relaxing in between all the visits. My stepmom comes up here every day. My dad comes. He bought me some Panda Express today, so I had the chicken and vegetables, and that worked. Cause this food here, trash. It's so nasty. Um, yes, we got this. Good Lord. Yes, the good Lord is gonna carry us both. That's what I just been praying, and everything is gonna be fine. Um, Thank you for all the prayers. I do still plan on doing a virtual baby shower too. All the things that have been sent to me that I'm pretty sure you guys have sent. Or some of you have let me know like, hey, it should be here this day or whatever. Um, it's still in the nursery in the box. I haven't opened anything, so I just have like a stack of boxes that I haven't even like put up anything from the baby shower, but I kept all of the stuff that you guys have sent separate so that I can do a virtual baby shower for you guys who have sent things for this baby. I appreciate it. So I still plan on doing that. It's still home. I'm just not there and I can't do anything now. I hope it's not freezing. Is it freezing for you guys? Brand, stop thinking. Stop thinking about other people crack. Listen, I can't help it. My mama made me like a paranoid freak when it comes to like germs and stuff like that. I don't even like using a washcloth. More when I use a washcloth, that is it. I'm done with it. I Until it gets bleached and washed at my house, like my own washcloths. If I take 15 baths a day, I'm gonna use 15 washcloths a day. So we have lots of them at my house. Same with towels. I don't like the germs. I don't like rubbing it back all on my body and stuff. You know, you wipe your crack and then later on you get the washcloth and then you wash it back with it. Oh, it just my skin crawls. I can't do it. Um uh See, what I wonder what injection your daughter got, Susan, because they haven't given me any. They gave me the steroids to help his lungs and stuff, but they haven't given me no injections to stop labor. They were just, I was like, if I get sent home, am I going to be on bed rest? Because then that's going to be hard too. And they were like, no, there's not enough evidence based on like my case. There hasn't been enough evidence that bed rest will actually do anything to help. Of course, I don't plan on going home and doing anything strenuous. They were just like, at this point, he's the boss and he's going to tell everybody when he's ready to come. And so it's just all based on what he is doing. So that's what's happened. She said, I'm such a Taurus. I can't help it. Hey, Dia. I hope everything is okay. Um, The chapstick, yeah. Actually, they have done. My nurse today was like, "How's the temperature?" She's been calling and like having them adjust my temperature in my room for me. So it hasn't been. Last night it was freezing cold, but I had so many blankets on, I started sweating, and then yeah. But tonight I was like, I'll be fine. They adjusted it. It's really comfortable in here. I'm really comfortable. The yesterday the water was cold when I took a shower, and today I let it run for a little while longer. And that hot shower, I was in there praising the Lord, like, yes, you are good to me. That shower felt so good. Um, she said, "Did I know that your feet can swell after pregnancy?" Um, my feet have already swollen and gotten bigger. I went from a 7.5 to a 9 already, and I've been that way since the end of the first trimester. My feet were already grown, so I can't really fit my shoes right now either. She said, "Why is the hospital ice the best?" It is. They topped me off. That little crushed ice is the best. I was like, just fill my cup with ice. It'll melt down to water later, but I want that ice. It's so good. Um, yes, I'm staying positive, calm. I'm very relaxed. I'm reading Amira's comment. We're fine, and he's fine. And I think it gives me like a better sense of peace too, knowing that his survival rate is just like 100%. So I feel good about that. And then I'm constantly listening to his heart, and then I'm constantly feeling him move. And so it's just I'm like, he'll be all right. We're gonna be fine. He's coming home with me, and that's the end of it. Um, God has definitely got his hand all over us. Oh, yeah, the commode. But they called it something else. They were calling it something else, but not commode. I don't know. I'll think of it. Watch when I'm done. Oh, thank you for the bump to bump blessings. I appreciate it. See, I wasn't nauseous on the magnesium. The only thing I didn't like is it made my feet, like my legs and stuff, really shaky. Like once I was done, they were like, okay, wait about 15 minutes. Because I was like, I'm going to sit on, well, not sit on the real toilet, but I need to go to a real toilet and not this little flimsy mess or this little bedpan. And my legs, you got to squat. And so my legs were like trembling, but they had the little handrail there. So but it was strange walking after the magnesium. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. Um, she said I magged out. You felt like crap. No, it didn't bother me. It's a medication sometimes used to stop. Okay, labor. Yeah. Hi, Auntie Real. Everything is fine. Thank you for the prayers, you guys. Yeah, I was having lots of Braxton Hicks at 20. I think I started having Braxton Hicks at 23 or 24 weeks, somewhere in there. I started having Braxton Hicks, but they were very like irregular. They were very light. They didn't bother me at all. But I was just kind of like when they started changing about 2 weeks ago, I was like, something is different. Like these things are kind of hitting a little bit too strong. But she was like, oh no, it's normal. I was like, I ain't never heard nobody talk about having contractions and stuff at like 29 weeks, 30 weeks, like full on contractions, like change, like making you aware that they're there, stopping you in your tracks, like making you sit still as when you're about to get up and they start. Like I would be on the phone with my mom, like, oh my God, I'm having a contraction, and then it would just hang out for a minute before it would start to like decel. It was just a lot. But we know now that I was in here dilating. She telling me that it was some daggone uh, round ligament pain. Um, my due date is technically May 1st. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, hopefully it makes it at least past 35 weeks. That's what I'm hoping for, but we're officially on baby watch over here. Um yes, he needs to stay put for at least 3 more weeks, get everything fully matured and everything. But somebody today was telling me like, oh well, you just need to get him out and all this stuff. I'm like, no, I don't want to put my baby at risk, and put him in the NICU on purpose if they can kind of keep him in as long as he needs to be to help him mature and stuff, because his best bet would just be to hang out where he lives right now until it's time for him to come. Do not want him coming out all early. She was like, do some squats so you can get him out and just get it over. No. No, 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 no. That's cool for your baby, but not mine. Um, yes, Tiana, it does feel like a big inconvenience. When they told me, oh, you're going to have to stay for at least 48 hours, I was like, I want to go home. I was like, I came for a sore throat. I didn't come for this. I was like, I got dogs at home. But luckily, my dad was able to like get up the next morning and like let them out and feed them. And he's been there taking care of them. And my stepmom has been here babying me, and my cousin and my friend works at this hospital. So everybody has been checking in on me, and they keeping me company and making sure I don't have to stress about nothing. Literally everybody is spoiling me, and that's okay too. It's always something, yes. And I'm not listening to any negativity. She said, did I vlog it? Absolutely not, because I was not planning on staying. I don't even have my camera with me. My cousin recorded me on my phone a little bit, But no, I haven't been thinking about vlogging or picking up a camera or nothing. I didn't even tell my dad to grab it when he grabbed my hospital bag for me because no, I just need to get myself and get this whole thing figured out. So um, I don't even have a camera here. I haven't even thought about recording nothing because I'm just like, it's just so much happening at one time. I can't imagine. I mean, especially with me being by myself. I know a lot of people have like their partners and stuff with them, so it's easier for somebody else to be doing it for you. But when it's just you, it's like I could care less about that camera. I just need my baby to be all right. Um, yeah, yeah, Michaela, I'll be with her tomorrow. But she's been over here. I'm in labor and delivery right now. I go to her ward tomorrow. Um, he'll probably be 9 or 10 pounds if he's born at 40 weeks. Now we definitely not going to 40 weeks. Um, I don't. Yeah, I doubt that. My stepmom was like, I don't know if you're gonna be making it through the rest of the week. I kind of feel that same way too, but I'm just like, oh, well, I'm just gonna stay hopeful that he stays on in here, or like at least get me through March and to the beginning of April. I was really hoping that he would be a Taurus like me, but it might not happen. So I'm letting that go. Um, oh, Traquila. Okay. I hope I said it right. I hate people messing up my name. It's good to see. Yeah, I'm calm. I'm fine. Everybody else kind of freaked out a little bit more than I did because they're like, "You in preterm labor?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but everything is okay. I'm all right. They're not trying to pull him out right now. The whole goal is to keep him in." And so maybe that's why I'm not freaking out. But again, knowing that we're in a safe zone for him and I'm constantly listening to his heart rate. They're constantly checking me. Like the minute I like knock one of these monitors off my stomach, they like running in the door, like, let me readjust this. Or if he moves to one side, they'll readjust it and stuff just to make sure he's not getting lost on the monitor. But they don't play about him. Like me with these little things, I can knock these things off and they just like, okay, you can just keep yours off. And but they are very on top of it when it comes to baby. She said 9 pounds by full term. Yeah, Brittany, it's a lot. I'm like, my dreams I've had of him, like all the dreams I've had of him, he's been a big baby since the first trimester when I had my first dream about having a boy. He was just big. But then the latest one I had a dream that he was born wearing 3 month size clothes already. And I was like, he can't get that big, but apparently he can. They just said because, excuse me, I feel so bad burping, but they said it's because I have gestational diabetes. He's just bigger. Um, yes, Bailey, I'm okay. I got this. Dion will be there. Um, she said Pisces babies, we strong. Dion is definitely trying to get off that ship so he can get home. But I'm like, hold up. I don't want you to come home and waste time. Now, I don't want you sitting here looking me in the face for nothing and we don't get nothing accomplished. And then when things really start moving and shaking, you can't even be here for me. Like, I ain't doing nothing now but sitting here. Um, is that she still just fit in our hands that she passed? Yeah, see, yeah, I know. Like I'm just like I'm reading Trachela. I didn't forget already. Listen, sorry. Charge it to my heart or my head and not my heart. I'm sorry. Um, he'll probably be bigger, but I feel good that he'll be he'll be home. And yeah, this hospital tried me. So yesterday I filled out the little menu things for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was like, oh yeah, I want this, and I want this, and I was trying to make up the menu based on like things that are low carb and stuff like that because I do have gestational diabetes. Y'all, they threw my menu out and they've been bringing me this bland foolishness every day. Today they gave me like these little sausage patties and like these plain eggs with no cheese or nothing on them, and English muffin and some cold coffee. I don't even drink coffee, and they sent me a milk, and I don't drink milk either. And I was just like, this is disgusting. I can't keep eating like this. I need food. So I've been like hoarding these jellos, but this is actually pretty good. And I had my nurse bring me some graham crackers, um, so I can have those if I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm hungry. Cause they feed you dinner at like 5:30, and then they want me to wait until 7:30 in the morning to eat again. Where they do that at? I'm hungry. I need food. Uh. Yes, I wish I had good food, Brittany, but I definitely have my phone and my computer with me, and everybody been stopping through to keep me entertained too. So, Nessa, I plan on keeping this video up to go over everything. I won't go over it again because everybody been listening to it. Oh, thank you so much, Auntie Rail. I appreciate anything you sent, but I will do a virtual shower. I just don't know if I should do it live like this so it can be interactive, or if I should do it recorded and then put it up. You guys just let me know what you want to see, and I'll make that happen for you. Um, when will we learn the baby's name? When he's born, and I get to look at him and decide what his name is gonna be. But for now, it's just Bo. We are all we're getting used to it. Dion was like, "Watch, that's gonna end up being his name." I don't think so. He'll we have some names that we like, or we have names that we like and love and stuff. So we just call him Bo for now, and then once we are official, I'll share his name when he's born. Um, Jasmine, I plan on leaving it up, the video up. It takes a minute to load, so I don't know how long YouTube will take to leave it up, but I plan on leaving it up to just kind of explain everything. Um, oh yeah, we're not going home. I'm not. I told them, I was like, don't send me home for no spontaneous nothing to be popping up on me. I can't do that. That's too scary. Oh, she was admitted Monday for some contractions. Oh, thank you, future LPN RN. Yeah, my contractions. Well, actually, I'm having one right now, but it's not bothering me at all. Actually, I'm not even feeling. Maybe because I'm sitting up too. I noticed that I feel them more when I'm laying down. But when I was walking around, like brushing my teeth and stuff, because I have on wireless monitors, I noticed that was making me have more contractions too, which is why I said when I get home, if I get to go home, I won't be doing nothing strenuous, because I did notice like basic stuff like washing my face and brushing my teeth this morning was causing me to have contractions. But I literally just had one, and it it didn't I didn't feel it at all, but it did get pretty high. Um, so what signs do you have? What do you mean? What signs do I have? I don't know. Um, for you and baby boy, hopefully you'll be able to go back home. Yes, I really do want to go back home, but it won't be tomorrow. I know that for sure. They already have a plan for me tomorrow, but I appreciate the prayers. Um, dang, this thing keeps jumping. I need to get moving, huh? Get through the comments. Praying. Thank you for the prayers. Oh, it's a progesterone shot. They didn't give me a progesterone shot. They just been giving me. They gave me the two uh steroid shots, and I had to get them in the butt, and they hurt. Hi, Mrs. Will I Ams. You finally made it to alive. Yes, I've dilated 3 centimeters. We don't know. They're going to check me again before I go home. If they end up sending me home, depending on how tomorrow goes with um, this medication stopping, they'll see how I respond to the respond without any help tomorrow. So we'll see. Um, oh, my phone is giving me my bedtime reminders. Time to go to bed. Is your mom, mother-in-law on their way back? No. I told everybody, my stepmom is here. Nothing is happening right now for everybody to be rushing back. It's literally we're just sitting in limbo right now, just waiting to see what what's gonna happen. So no, nobody needs to be coming into town right now or anything like that. My dad and my stepmom are here taking care of me, and I have a cousin that works in this hospital and a friend of mine that works in this hospital, and so I feel pretty supported. Stay is Aries month. Yeah. Oh, I still haven't even looked at the footage. Amira, I'm looking at your comment. I still haven't even looked at the footage that my brother recorded footage for me at the baby shower because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to. Just trying to see and love on everybody. I was not gonna. My mind wasn't gonna go there. But my dad also did do some recording for me too. So between the two of them, whenever I get some time, I'll just kind of compile them and share that footage, and we'll see what what we come up with. But it was really nice, and beautiful. I loved everything about the decorations and just everything, the games, just being around everybody was just so much fun. Vlogging is definitely a lot. Yes, Bo will stay until April, and I'm claiming it too. I hope so. I would like for him to be a Taurus. All y'all Tauruses, I didn't know that. Your baby is due May 8th. Hubby is a Taurus too. Yeah, we're the best. I'm a Taurus too. I'm April 21st. We got a May 3rd baby due date. Yes, listening to baby's heart rate is definitely comforting in this whole process. They turned it down because I'm about to go to bed, but I'm like, that put me to sleep last night. Turn it back up. She'll come back in a minute. I just want to get on live for you guys. Um, yeah, I can do bed rest here. Um, I do just want to go home, especially if I can get stable, y'all. I just want to be at home and then just kind of monitor my contractions from home and just come back. Well, at this point anyway, um, because I'm gonna have to be on insulin. I have to come for non-stress tests 3 times a week anyway. So if I do get discharged this weekend, I'm not gonna be too worried that I'm gonna be at home, because it's like, oh, I gotta come back here 3 times a week for non-stress tests and stuff anyway, and then I can always just come back to labor and delivery triage whenever I feel like it. Um, Tasha's asking about Dion. He keeps saying, I'm cool like men do. But then he's like, but I just don't know what to do. I don't want, like right now, I'm in a position where I can, fly out and stuff like that. It is going to be expensive. And that's another reason I was like, wait a minute. We have a whole person coming, and I don't want you just wasting money to come and sit here. But based on like everything going on with his command right now, he is able to leave, and his command is so supportive. However, I don't know how many times they'll be able to have this opportunity to send him back. If he'll be able to come right away next, like if he doesn't come, because he's trying to leave out tomorrow, actually. And I'm just like, I want you to. I want you here more than anybody, but at the same time, I don't want him to come and then I stabilize and I ended up making it to April. And then it's like, are they going to send you back? Or are they going to send you back for 2 weeks? Or are you going to be able to stay? Like, it's so many questions. Um, Yeah, I feel bad for him. He was like, I'm supposed to be the protector of my family, and I'm just out here helpless. I can't do anything for you. And I was like, but everybody else is taking care of me. He was like, but I'm not taking care of you. So that's kind of how Dion is right now. I've just been trying to keep him calm. I'm fine until he gets on the phone. I'm like, this is what stresses me out because now I'm like trying to think of how long his command is going to let him leave. If they can modify some things, if they can give him orders temporarily to another command so that he can be here to kind of wait around, that would be one thing. But I'm like, I don't want you to go somewhere, fly out, and spend $3,000 on a one-way ticket, and then they tell you you have to buy your flight back. You spend another $3,000 to go meet your command, and it was for nothing. Like, no, we ain't doing that. We are not doing that. Hi, Kamara. Hi, Uniquely Ray. Okay, so you were 3 centimeters and lasted 2 months. Now, Mrs. Will I Am's, my next question is, was your cervix like fully complete, or did you still have like some length to your cervix? Because I don't have any. My cervix is thinned out. That's the other. My cervix is thinned out and it's dilated 3 centimeters. So that's why I'm stuck here right now. She said, I just have one of those names. Me too. I get called Latwana and stuff all the time, or Latoya. People just, I don't know. People are bad with names. I'm terrible with names. But I don't like messing up people's names. Thank you for the prayers. Hey, Caddy. Call the nutrition and talk to them when they change the menu. Listen, I'm hoping that I get to go home and eat food, but everybody keeps wanting to bring me food. But I'm like, y'all don't have to keep paying for food when I'm about to get it for free. It's just hard to swallow sometimes because it's so bland. Um, Caddy, this video is staying up so you can like watch it and go. It'll explain everything. They sent me 2 slices of bread and forgot the rest. Lord have mercy. I'll flip this whole tray over if they left me with 2 pieces of bread and that was it. Now I will lose my mind. You better get my food up here. She said, do it live, please. Live. Okay. So everybody wants me to do live. You going to labor. Will you record it for Dion? I was saying on Sunday's video, I'm actually gonna be having a C-section. You guys, that's why I don't want to do anything spontaneous at home. They're gonna be giving me a C-section, so I will not be recording. I don't know who will be with me when I get the C-section done if Dion can't make it. So we'll see, but they're pretty nice around here. So my friend works here too, so I'm pretty sure somebody will record a clip for me or something. But I definitely will vlog like before and after the birth, how I'm feeling, just so I can have that documented for myself to remember, because everybody keeps talking about, oh, you just don't remember none of it once they're here. And I'm like, I don't understand how you can forget any of this. This is a lot going on. Record the virtual baby shower and then premiere it. Good night. Okay, thank you for the feedback. I must have missed her comment because I didn't see that. She said, let that man come. He needs to ease his mind. Yeah, he does need to ease his mind. But I was like, if you want to just sit and look at me, I can take 1,000 pictures and email them to you. But you don't need to come back and just sit here and we look at each other. And no, not for $6,000. We don't. I ain't doing that, son. You gonna have to stay where you at and just accept these emails for now on until something really happens. I hope they do make something work out for him, because Lord, the man he's tripping. Okay, she said, call me Pam, and you were on bed rest for 2 months. See, they're saying they're not gonna put me on bed rest. Yeah, they have been everybody trying to bring me some of everything, but like I got in trouble because my friend Courtney, I was like, ooh, you can bring me a quarter pounder, because since I haven't had quarter pounder in years, but for some reason since I've been pregnant, quarter pounders with cheese and no onions have been so good to me. And I'll do it even with a side salad, but that day I ordered fries, and they watched her bring that McDonald's in here. They were like, um, you shouldn't be eating that. So they're still like watching me. I'm like right in front of the doctors and stuff out here. Oh, thank you. I'm taking care of myself. And your mom had 4 C-sections. I plan on this just being my one. I can't imagine doing this again. I cannot. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't. I can't. I remember all of this. I can't remember forgetting any of this experience. It has been a road. Um, Jasmine, I don't want to really get into why I'm having a C-section because I know a lot of people have like the like similar things going on like health wise or whatever. It's for it's like my personal health reasons, and I just kind of brought it up to my doctor like like some concerns that I had, and of course she tried to still encourages she's still trying to encourage me to do a vaginal delivery, but it's more of a personal preference. But she does agree that for me, based on my personal history, that it's safer for me. And so yeah, I don't want to get into it because I don't want people thinking like, oh, well, I had this and I didn't have to do. And look, we ain't the same person. You do what you gotta do for you, and I'm doing what I gotta do for me over here. And my doctor is on board. My high risk doctor is on board, and yeah, we're working things out over here for me. So I won't go into why or all the details, but yes, I'm having one, and that's just that. Um, yeah, 6,000 is definitely a lot. Um, yeah, I thought that if it's an emergency, they'll send them back for free or at least help with the cost of it or something like that. And then he also mentioned that somebody might have a buddy pass, but listen, he can get on this buddy pass thing and have to travel to get here and not actually get here until like the middle of next week. So, yeah, I don't know. If he wants to do it, it's on him. Um, I'm okay. Yes, everything is fine with me and Bo. We're just pretty much they're just babysitting us at this point. Um, but I feel really good that all is gonna work out. We're staying really positive and praying. Um, keep the notification. Oh, good night, Joy. I don't know if I'm coming on tomorrow, just because I don't know how things are gonna be tomorrow. I know I'm getting moved to a new ward and stuff from what they're telling me. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be on Instagram or something like that. And my Instagram stories post on Facebook and stuff too. So the same things will post there. So I'll probably do that, but I won't be doing this for sure. Listen, I was like, oh, I just ate a little bit of fries. I can't have the burger without the fries on it. Oh, and your mom had gestational diabetes with all of y'all. Wow. See, yeah, this is rough. It's and like I've been getting like three. They do three on this side and three on this side. And I've had to get like an extended release um insulin shot, and then I get another one. I have to get them at the same time. Like I just been getting poked and prodded, and I can't eat what I want. And at the bottom of my hospital bag, when I packed it, I put a box of Myconites because that was going to be like my prize to myself when this placenta and this baby come out of me and I can be normal again. I'm like, man, they just sitting over here and I can't even touch them. This sucks. It sucks so bad. I did tell them that the food is nasty. Um, I told them that the food is nasty and I don't like it. And they're just like, sorry, but this is I forgot what they call it. They just have me on this special diet. Uh, yeah, yeah. I'm just doing. Everybody has to pick what they have to do for themselves and their baby, and that's just what I'm doing. I just didn't want all the extra coming, so I just didn't want to. I wasn't going to mention it at all, but um, yeah, I'm having one. She said, I don't think you're going home no time soon. You know, like my cousin, she was like, girl, you gonna have this baby this weekend. And I was like, yeah, if he comes this weekend, he comes this weekend. We'll see. But I'll just I'll just have to deal with whatever comes. But if you know, just kind of be patient with me with the comments and stuff because the messages, the emails, it kind of gets a little bit overwhelming and it'll take me a minute. So I just want to give an update, but I don't know how often I'll be able to like respond to everybody. Um, your sister-in-law has 6 C-sections. Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. I don't know how she did that either, but more power to her. I'm sure she loves all 6 of those kids, but I'm not having 6 kids. I told Dion, you can go ahead and consider a vasectomy or something like that because I've done my part. I've done a lot to get us to this point. We've been through this infertility journey, the trauma, the shots, the treatments, all of these things. It's just been too much trauma for me personally, and I cannot put myself through it again. Now, if it does happen, it'll definitely. What is this? Some messages popped up on my computer. It'll definitely be a spontaneous pregnancy the next time, but I can't imagine going and saying, hey, I want to do this to myself again, going through fertility treatments. That's cool for some people, but for me personally, it was just too much trauma related to that. And I don't like the all the unknown and the losses and all that stuff. It was just so much on me, physically, mentally, emotionally, and I don't want to do that to myself again. So, more power to anybody who does. I just want to get this one here safe and sound, and just love all on him, and we can move on from there. The watch live labor and deliveries. It'll be the new wave. Mm, yeah. She said, push that baby out, girl. No, not right now. Not right now. But I won't do I definitely won't be on live when he's coming out. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, I love y'all, my YouTube family and stuff, but I just I need to have my experience and then I will share it with everybody. You do you and I'll do me. Um, am I on pain meds? No, I'm not in like any like bad pain. Like the contractions, when the medication that I've been taking to calm the contractions, when that like is wearing off, they when the contractions do come, they hurt. But they're not hurting where I'm like screaming and hollering until my next dose. It's just sorry, it's just more like really intense period cramps in my pelvis, and then my whole stomach just gets really really tight and uncomfortable, and so I just sit here and breathe it out, and they pass and then it's over. And then some after some of them, depending on like how long they stay up high, they my uterus might be a little tender afterwards or whatever, but um for the most part, I haven't had anything that has been like super unbearable. So I haven't even asked for any pain meds. Jan, I'm 31 weeks. Good night, Tasha. Best wishes. Thank you so much. Um, thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the prayers. This thing keeps moving on me. I'm trying to get through them. Um, the contractions for me, they're painful. Um, again, when the medication wears off that they've given me to calm them down. My last dose is going to be at 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'll have a better idea of what he'll feel like, especially because earlier this morning they were 5 minutes apart, and that they gave me my next dose like it was before my next dose, and at first they started out at like 11 minutes apart, then it went to 8 minutes apart, and this morning they were 5 minutes apart, and they gave me the medication, and then that just mellowed everything out, and then they were just really like sporadic, and then when they did come they were just like really low numbers, and they weren't they. I mean, my stomach tightened, but it wasn't as intense. But that 5 minutes apart business, I was trying to talk to my friend Shamir, and I was like, "Hold up, girl, let me get through this right quick." He had to have emergency C-section January 7th. Oh, yeah, that can be very traumatic. Those emergency C-sections. I've been talking to a lot of people who have had C-sections, and the people who say that they have been planned C-sections have had much more pleasant experiences. Um, they still had to deal with pain, but I think it's the trauma isn't as bad when you think you're going in for a regular old vaginal delivery, and then things start having to move fast, and your whole plan that you made up in your head has to change, and they have to put you out like they did you, and you can't, experience just being like awake and witnessing the birth of your baby and stuff. That can be very traumatic. um yeah, we will be fine. We will be just fine. It'll be 30 weeks on Monday. Congratulations. Don't be afraid. This is my Anna. Don't be afraid watching me. This is my experience. This ain't nobody else's experience, girl. I am not afraid. Baby will be just fine. I'm like so calm about it. Like, don't don't use this to project on yourself. This video, like, this is my experience, and I just decided to share it. So yeah, don't be afraid. You and your baby will be just fine, girl. Don't sit there and be like, oh, this is what's gonna happen at 31 weeks. No, it won't. It probably won't. Um. Oh, you can hear the. Yeah, I didn't know y'all can hear them out there. They have. I have like the sliding door. If you've ever been to like the intensive care unit, and they have those sliding doors and stuff, and it's not closed all the way. I didn't know y'all can hear them. They were having like a scavenger hunt earlier. They like to play games and stuff up here, but they're all really chipper and nice and stuff. Um, Sent her home from the hospital on insulin, then switched her to pills. My doctor told me I would probably be on insulin for the rest of pregnancy, so they're going to send me home with some. Um, so I'm just kind of mentally preparing for that part too. Even though y'all know, if you've been following me for a while, Dion was my shot person, and he is not home now, so I have to get used to giving myself those shots. Um, Jasmine, the contractions mostly feel like your whole stomach just gets real, real tight. Almost like tight, like it feels when you get really stuffed. Um, but then just add on like a period cramp and like your low pelvis, and just think of maybe like the worst kind of period cramp. That's the only kind I've experienced right now. For somebody else, they might experience or describe it another way. But for me, it's my stomach just gets really tight. It's like a wave of tightness that goes from my low pelvis, like right at the top of my vagina. It climbs up my stomach, and then if it's a really intense one, there's a cramp associated with it. But if it's not, it just my stomach just gets tight, and then it just releases, kind of like a balloon just deflates, and that's all. Um, Thank you for the prayers for me, Dion, and baby. Yes, Naima, he better stay put. He better stay put. But if he has to come, his mama will be here to take care of him and be there for him. Oh, hey, man, my little brother is on the chat too. Hey, man. Um, yes, I'm taking my time and taking care of this baby, just following orders. They answer all of my questions. Nobody's giving me a hard time, because if they did, I'll be in here raising hell. But everybody's answering all my questions and making sure I'm fully aware of everything. I had the anesthesiologist come in already and explain like the process of like getting epidurals, and for the C-section, they explain they'll do like blockers on both sides of my stomach before they remove the epidural, just to help with pain management after being freshly cut and stuff. And it should last about 10 to 12 hours and stuff. Like, everybody has come in to talk to me and get me kind of prepared, so I know what to expect, and I'm not walking into something's happening now. Yep. Oh, I feel this one for real. Yeah, it's climbing up. It's definitely climbing up. Are you gonna come back down? Sorry. It just gets really, really tight and uncomfortable. Um, this is a big one. But it's coming back down. I don't have the cramps associated with it because I'm on this medication, but when it gets closer to 1 o'clock, I know I'll start feeling them a little bit more intense. It's 10:55 right now where I am, so yeah, it's not that bad. It's just really uncomfortable. Um, yes, I'm definitely going to be taking time for myself. I just want to give you guys an update because a lot of you guys are really invested and support me. And if I end up missing, you end up writing me and asking if I'm okay. And so I just wanted to put something out there. But I am about to get off here in a second. I'm trying to just get through your comments. She said, not a vasectomy. Yeah, listen, you got all the options. Figure out what you want to do, man, because hey, we can't. I'm not trying to have no babies right after this. Remy. I love the name Remy. I wanted to do like the names I like but won't be using, and Remy is on the list. I like the name Remy. I think it's the cutest thing. I think Remy is pretty for a girl too. Um, she's pregnant again naturally after years of infertility. Ooh, see, no, I can't. I need to get through this one kid first and see how things go. Let him be my experiment baby or something, and then we'll talk later maybe. But for now, my plan is to be one and done. Good night, Jan. Thank you for the prayers. Um, yeah, somebody said true about the trauma. It is. People don't think about that part. Trauma is something. No, I'm not having. Uh, no, I'm not having him tonight. No. He's not coming tonight. They're just monitoring us and babysitting us and giving me medication to keep me from contracting so that he doesn't come out and we can keep him in as long as possible. Thank you, future LP and Ari. You're helping me out a lot. Um, yes, Miss Marion. In Jesus' name, we're gonna be just fine. Mm-mm-mm. A Jayla, go girl. You are a rock star. You are a rock star. My doctor told me he did a C-section on the woman 8 times and she was fine. It depends on your body. Yeah, I think for a lot of people, C-sections get a bad rap. But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of much. You know, I think I've waited so long for this. I'm just ready for all the things. I don't have any like set like plan like this is how everything has to go. Infertility taught me that like don't plan for nothing because yeah, no. You're gonna end up disappointed all the time, and so I just don't. Um, totally TD. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the prayers. Um, today my OB explained contractions as someone is holding and pulling you backwards real tight. Um, I don't know if I would feel that way. Holding me? No. For me, it's just like I feel the wave of tightness coming up. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Um, yeah, I'm about to get me some rest. Yeah, we started a preterm labor situation over here, and I'm sitting in the hospital for a while. Um, he said I love Remy too. Remy is a really pretty name. Yes. Good night. Good night, Jada Mommy. Affirmation sending you away. Plenty of rest and soothing meditation. Yes. Good night. Sounds like you have a girl. With Creole one. I've been congested this whole pregnancy, but I've actually been doing a lot better. My mom was like, are they gonna give you something to help you breathe? You sound like you just struggling to breathe over there. I'm like, I got a whole uterus on my rib cage that won't allow my rib cage to expand. I can't breathe like normal anymore. Um, Thank you, Mrs. Will I Am, for the prayers. And yeah, Clarissa, we'll be talking offline. I can catch you up then. Um, exactly, that's what I told her. Mine's, oh yeah, the tightness up. Yeah, and then sometimes it's like, is he just balling up? It feels like he's just balling up and everything just kind of gets tight in the area where he is sometimes too. So, yeah. And yes, Mama, I'm about to go to bed and get some rest. And I just wanted to give a quick update. I've been up here for 75 minutes. I thought I was going to be here less than that, but thank you guys for all the prayers, love, and support. Me and Bo are doing just fine. We're doing just fine. We're just going to take it a day at a time. And I am rested. I'm not doing nothing but sitting here talking, Mama. She about to beat me. um, she about to smack me, y'all. So let me get off for my mama call me and cuss me out in a minute for being on live. But I'm getting some rest. I'm about to go to bed. I have my computer up to watch The Voice until I fall asleep. And yeah, Bo is over here actually doing flips and stuff right now. He'll keep me up a little bit. But she said, quick. And my son, shut up. You're so stupid. Good night, you guys. I'll try to update you guys on Instagram or Facebook or something. Hopefully, sometime soon. I don't want to make any promises for anything. I'm just trying to deal with all the things right now. So I will see you guys hopefully in another video. Hopefully, I'm at home with this baby still inside baking and we can coast out until it's past 35 weeks and he's closer to full term. So yeah, thank you guys. I will talk to you in some other video. Peace out. Good night. Thanks for the positivity and prayers. Go off.